Welcome back. Glad you could join me again.
And she's like, "Oh my gosh, me and my friends went out and nobody was like trying to get at us. Nobody showed interest, nobody anything." And a guy duetted it or stitched it, and he actually said, "Well, look what you women have done. Like, this is what you wanted, correct?" So I want to piggyback off of that. Ladies, y'all, not all of y'all, but you guys wanted this whole, "Oh, leave us alone. You guys are perverts. You guys are weirdos. Like, we hate men" thing. You guys are on this fucking bandwagon to like, you hate men. What is the fucking goal of this? What is the point of this? Because you know what you guys are doing? You're ruining it for the women who do want to be approached.
Shh. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Because, I mean, as a woman, you'd think those women would think of other women now, wouldn't they? Unless they're very selfish, you know? The strong, independent woman, but then again, don't strong, independent women get lonely? Don't they get lonely as well?
ruining it for the women who are shy and do want that guy to come up to them. Does that make sense? And you also are ruining it for the guys who are great guys, have great intentions. Maybe they're just nervous when they come up to you, so they're shy and like anxious, and you take that as them being a pervert or weirdo.
No, 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 no. Don't say that either. You can't say that either. Because men aren't allowed to be shy. That's impossible. Men have to be confident. Bullish men, just strong bulls. Walking around with iron bollocks, clack clank, and 15-inch long knobs. Yeah. Yeah, bullish men. Yeah? Really? Obviously women like confident men, but sometimes it's like, yo, understand some men are just, they're just dudes. Women complain about players, but also give players props because they approach women more. But then again, so-called players are the ones that actually just run through women, F-boys sort of thing. So can you blame men? Or should women start doing more approaching?
Suck it.
That's never going to happen.
Where does this lead up to? Like, I honestly want to know what the whole point of this is, because at this point, it's going to come to nobody wants to come up to you, nobody's going to talk to you, nobody's going to try with you, and everybody's going to be thinking, damn, he's not interested in me. So ladies, you guys wanted men to back down from it, so are you guys going to step up to the plate? Are you guys going to start asking guys out? No. Are you guys going to start going up to dudes and saying, hey, let me take you out to dinner? How about you come over to my
place? Oh, I didn't know this was comedy. I didn't know this was comedy. Yeah. Not that it doesn't happen. Not that women have never come up to men and asked them to dinner. Of course, it's happened.
Disgusting.
But the frequency in which it happens, how often it happens, yeah, please. I'm sure there aren't many men that can say a woman has cold approached them out of the blue and said, yo, you look like a hungry man. As a woman, I'm going to feed you.
Bullshit.
Please.
Place at 8 o'clock and I'll have dinner made for you. What's your favorite food to eat? I'll make it for you. I highly doubt that's going to happen. But my whole point of this is I'm not understanding the whole I hate men movement, because in the end, what does this do for us? Especially like if you have kids and you have sons, you're teaching your sons to hate men?
Shh. No. This woman's talking too much. She's giving away too much. Don't say that. You'd think women would have thought of that themselves. These strong, independent, super intelligent women would have thought of that themselves, that they may have sons, that their sons may go through what men go through now. Don't say that. Don't say that, because all women think all their sons are going to be players.
Message.
What? Sorry, what? What did I say? Sorry, I'm talking too much.
Because you hate men? I don't get that. Like, can somebody explain this to me? Because I really don't get how this is all working out in anybody's favor. Because I feel bad for all the good guys that are out there. And then I feel bad for the women who are very shy and want a guy to approach them. But now there's guys not approaching them because of women who have ruined this whole little thing.
Interesting points. Admittedly, from the pictures, I thought she was going to be very ratchet. But no, she's actually very, very on point. Makes a lot of sense. You don't hear many women talking like that, do you? No, it's all the level up, power up to another level. Keep adjusting yourself, but keep hating men. I'm going to get a BBL, going to adjust my butt, but I still can't stand men because they're all dogs. They're all barking dogs. Yeah, bark with me, men. It's like, this is why I laugh so much, because so much of this is stupid. And I call myself an android because I'm like, yo, look, I'm not part of this. Obviously I am. I'm not part of this. This is weird. But I have something else to show you to extend that point.
Basically, I like to be approached by guys, and I think that a lot of guys in Los Angeles don't do that.
I think LA men are used to women approaching them. I have noticed that the girls out here, I mean, I've never noticed it before because I can't compare it in New York, but they do go after what they want. A lot of women know what they want here.
Women have become really less approachable.
A man's really not clear if a woman is interested.
Interesting point, wouldn't you say? And don't adjust your phones or your computers. It's the best quality I can get. Hopefully my rendering will increase the quality a bit. Doubt it. 360p is the best quality I can get. But enough waffling about resolution. We need a resolution here to clearly define what's going on between men and women. Yes, as men, we're supposed to approach. Obviously, we're men. It makes sense. By nature, we approach. However, all men aren't designed to cold approach, which is to just walk up to a woman without having any signs she wants to be approached. Yes, of course, men can do this. All men can't. Some men would be quaking in their boots just to even approach a woman. What? But you see, a warm approach or a hot approach, as PUAs call it.
Oh God.
I'm not quoting PUAs, but this part makes sense and I can explain it using these terms. The warm or hot approach is the woman is obviously showing signs that, yo, come and talk to me, or she spread eagle like, yo, come and get some. Obviously not, not like that, but you know what I'm saying? She's ready for it, lubed up. seriously.
That's just gross.
She shows signs that she wants you to, make a move. Clear signs like a warm, hot approach. That's easy because she's interested, but mixed signals, it's like you're trying to communicate with an alien.
And that's a problem because as a man, to walk across the room to talk to a woman and be rejected, I mean, who likes to be rejected? That's a really tough thing.
Give me some subtle hint to open up that door, because I'm one of those men that don't like rejection. I don't want to come up to you. I'm one of those guys, I'm in a club dancing and I come to ask you to dance, you tell me no, I probably won't ask anybody else for the rest of the night.
But
imagine how many men have thought and felt that. Interesting points.
Again, it goes back to that men are at risk. And so as men, we've got to get over that. If I walk up to this woman and she's not interested, how do I deal with that?
I think you should approach. I don't think there should be anything, and at least talk to them. It doesn't mean rejected. What are you going to say? Will you go out with me? I mean, it doesn't hurt to approach.
What is she talking about? Really? Really? Really, as a grown man, you go up to a woman, hey, you want to go out with me? Really? This is an example of why you don't take dating advice from women. Not that some don't say some interesting things. Of course, you have some that say some interesting things, some truths. But this is why you don't take dating advice from women.
To approach someone and talk to them. You can't be rejected unless you're asking them a question. Like, will you go out with me? But you can certainly go.
Obviously, this woman's old school. Obviously, she's old school.
She's crazy.
Classic.
And talk to them. And that's the whole thing about being open. That doesn't hurt at all. And you never know the interesting things you can find out when you do that.
I guess I kind of feel like a fool if I approach a girl and with the, and it's almost obvious to her that the reason I'm approaching her is because I find her attractive.
Yeah, that one's obvious. As men, it's like it's obvious as a man that this woman should know that I'm approaching her because I'm trying to talk to her. That should be obvious. The thing is, even though some women know it's obvious, some women still play the game of acting like they don't know why you've come to talk to them and make many men feel like idiots when they know exactly why he's trying to talk to her.
Just like a woman.
And then when I realize that maybe she's not necessarily has the sense of humor or whatever it is that I'm looking for, I kind of feel like a dope.
The men who I know who are single do typically approach women that they're interested in. And they also will approach women in circles that they're in.
Yeah, I actually did that once. I asked a guy out, but it was by email. So I think that was probably like
really
kind of shy. So that had something to do with it. But theoretically, I think it would be okay. But at some point in the relationship, I think that it would need to shift and he would need to be the one that was really pursuing me. Otherwise, it's not going to work out.
Wow, she said that line clearly and precisely, didn't she? Talking about her approaching, she was mumbling, but saying what he has to do, she was clear and precise. Yeah, stunning.
I honestly don't get pursued. I think since I've been out here in 2 years, maybe 2 guys that I've known of that have been interested.
Damn.
I don't go to bars much anymore, but I used to. And back then, that would be maybe 5 years ago, I would do that. Just go up to women that I didn't know at all and just, find a way to talk to them. I'm a little more kind of laid back now about that. Like in group settings, I'll look, and if there's someone I want to talk to, I might wait to see if there's anyone I know already in the group that is talking to her, and I'll go up and say hello to the person I already know and let them introduce me to her, as opposed to going to a group of strangers and just starting a conversation.
I think that it's really the guy's job to pursue.
The mixed messages is incredibly difficult for me, because I really edge on the side of caution. Like I have this paranoia of being somebody who's making advances at somebody that's not interested.
What he just said there is exactly the point of many men. Because some men think like, yo, am I going to bother her? Does she even want to be approached? What? Now, some men would think that, and that's actually a genuine thing. However, that actually works against some men, because for some women, it would be like, well, you're not confident enough to approach me in any situation. Yeah. So even though to many men it makes sense, to many women, it will make sense to them because as a man, you pursue them anyway. It doesn't matter. Give her the opportunity to say no. Yeah? That's what a lot of modern dating seems like. Well, from many men's point of view, it seems like you're just giving women the opportunity to say no. Interesting.
Because I just never want to be that guy. So I will err on the complete opposite side of not even going. It's almost like I have to have almost a green light for me to go ahead and approach that romantically.
We're so busy. We're on the phone in our cars. We've got our Blackberries. We're scheduling.
Yeah, that's how old this video is. It's still relevant, obviously, but that's how old this video is. Blackberry.
And we're so busy, and we don't often make space for a relationship.
Over the last couple of decades, the biggest thing that has shifted in romantic relationships for men and women is that women have become so successful and so independent and self-sufficient. And all of that is good. It's good for women to be successful, accomplished, educated, etc. But it has given us a couple of problems in our romantic relationships. One is that we really don't need men for anything.
Yep, and there you go. An iron box lady, typical feminist iron box lady. Yeah.
And so men are busy trying to impress us or show us what they can provide. And we sort of have this attitude of, well, until you can provide something beyond what I can provide for myself, why should I be impressed by you? Why should I pay any attention to you?
And there you go. The crux, if you will, the crux. I don't know. I'm just trying to sound clever. But there it is. Now, you see, in a world where men are just men, we're not super beings, we can only do what men can do. All this shows is the clear message that the so-called feelings and emotions, the caring, the so-called personality of a man, none of that really matters. Because if a woman can generate her own income, she only needs a man for what she needs him for. She wants the... In modern times, it's just D if she's a strong, independent woman with her own career. For broke chicks, obviously, they need money as well. Broke chicks are always going to need money. So they're always going to be around.
So it's not that there's anything wrong with what the feminist movement created or the successes and the achievements that women have had, but rather how it has made us less willing to be impressed by who men are and what they can provide. And the problem is that if you want to be alone, that's fine. But if you actually want to be in a romantic partnership, there has to be something that he provides that would make it worth it.
Men, see, you have to go above and beyond. You just have to be something else. You just literally have to be something else. You have to be like Superman, Jesus. No, God. You have to literally be God. And he wouldn't be enough either.
Men complain that women have turned into men. She doesn't have enough time for me. She's always hanging out with her friends. She's always traveling. She's always at work. Right? So we've got a chapter in Why You're Still Single. It's called You Are What You Hate. And you know how you hate men who are afraid of commitment and are working all the time and hang out with their buddies. Guess what? That's you.
Bars. Absolute bars. Absolute bars. You are what you hate.
What I can provide for myself, why should I be impressed by you? Why should I pay any attention to you?
Silence, you fool!
Yeah, just had to silence it on the woman because the guy made a lot of sense in what he said. So for women to understand why men don't approach anymore, why they can't be bothered to approach, it's not that men don't want to, no. It's just that many men know what comes along with approaching some of these broads. For the most part, she's not worth the squeeze. She's not yours anyway, it's just your turn. Yeah, you can have your fun, but sometimes as a man, peace is even more valuable. Oh, the sweet peace. The sweet peace that women don't even give you nowadays. It's like she gives you hell. You probably want some head, but she gives you hell. I shouldn't say that. Have a nice day.